Now, from the studios of Into Tomorrow in Miami, this is ITTV.
Happy holidays, Into Tomorrow fans. This is another ITTV update. I'm Dave Graveline. I'm told that Rob is standing by in the loo with a special report, so you certainly want to stay tuned for that. What are you up to this weekend? Join us Into Tomorrow, the radio show on your favorite station, satellite channel, stream, or podcast. We've got a jolly packed show with fun tech talk and lots of cool guests. We'll be tackling your tech dilemmas and reading some of your emails to Santa. Tune in, won't you? Visit graveline.com or intotomorrow.com if you're not already here. Meantime, let's hang with Chris Graveline and This Week in Tech History. This
week in 1951, EBR-1, or Experimental Breeder Reactor 1, ushered in a new era in nuclear history when it became the first reactor to generate usable amounts of electricity from nuclear energy. It accomplished this feat by lighting 4 light bulbs at the National Reactor Testing Station of Argonne National Laboratory. EBR-1 was registered as a National Historic Landmark in 1966. This week in 1947, the transistor was invented. The device was referred to as the electronic engineer's dream. The first transistor took up a lot of space in the lab in New Jersey where it was invented. Today, thousands of transistors can be packed into an incredibly minute space, smaller than a pinhead, and used in all sorts of electronic devices, such as computers, radios, TVs, video games, just to name a few. In 1982, this week, the Man of the Year in Time magazine was a non-human for the first time. A computer received the honors as 1982's greatest influence for good or evil. That's our look back at This Week in Tech History.
The Man of the Year was a computer. Interesting. Thanks, Chris. This ITTV Into Tomorrow TV update is brought to you by Newegg.com, Santa's little high-tech helpers. Shop Newegg.com for all kinds of very cool high-tech gifts, shipping over 99% of orders within one business day. Visit Newegg.com. It's time to check in with Rob and his experiment. I'm told he's been hanging out in the bathroom far too long now. What's that all about?
Not again! Dave's gonna be pissed!
When was the last time you dropped your cell phone in the toilet, or maybe just a puddle? Well, don't worry, the gods aren't against you. It happens to more people than you may think.
Crap!
So what do you do to save your cell phone, especially in this economy? The Into Tomorrow team has come across several methods. In one case, we ran across an article from the Wall Street Journal that talks about baking your phone in the oven. So we thought we'd try it out for you to see if it works. First thing, no matter what though, take the battery out. Make sure all electrical power to the phone is removed. Then wrap the device in a dry washcloth and aluminum foil. Finally, stick it in the oven for at least 5 hours at a low temperature. We're baking it at about 125 degrees. Then sit and wait. Oh, but keep an eye on it. Other methods call for you to use a hair dryer to dry the phone, but that may be counteracting your efforts to save the phone. Think about it. It can blow water into crevices that it hadn't reached yet, so you may be causing yourself more problems. Another option is to towel dry the phone after removing the battery and then putting it in a closed container filled with uncooked rice for 1 to 2 days. The rice helps absorb moisture. You can also use products like Damp Rid. Well, it's been about 5 hours now. Let's check in with Rob. Did it work?
I think we lucked out with this one, and I'm glad because I don't have to go out and buy a cell phone for somebody. The oven managed to rescue the phone. Just in case, we had rice sitting in a container where you can put the phone for 1 to 2 days. But we didn't have to do that. Have you ever dropped your cell phone in the toilet or in a puddle of water? How did you deal with it? Did it work? Share your stories with us. Send us an email to askdave@graveline.com and share your story with us. I'm anxious to hear them from you. Dave, we'll bring it over to you now.
Very cool, Rob. I'm also looking forward to seeing what our listeners and viewers have done in the past and what worked for them. We hope you'll remember some of this advice too when it happens to you again. Don't try this at home unless you know Santa's bringing you a new phone just in case it doesn't work. We've got a special holiday treat for you all next week. Wait for it. It's a good one. Meantime, from all of us, we hope you have a very Merry Christmas. And we'll see you next time right here into tomorrow. Happy holidays.